May is Women's Health Month, and it is an always everyday thing to prioritize your physical and mental health, right? Lifetime personal trainer Tara Sayer joins us now on what you can do to get ahead of the benefits of strength training for women. So we were actually surprised. We had a conversation prior to the show of another woman who had never heard of strength training, and that blew your mind.
It does, and it makes me sad.
Yeah.
So our goal is to get that out to everyone and to reach everyone in the community and to make sure that they know that the benefits are there no matter who you are, whether you're an athlete or not, doesn't matter.
Also, we had another interesting conversation of basically the relationship with food and our bodies. So first thing I said was like, moderation, right? You gotta have both. Have the cinnamon roll and then work it off. And you're like, that's actually a really problematic way of thinking.
Some people do think of that, but we want to make sure that it's a healthy relationship with both food and your workouts.
Yeah.
Your workouts should be to fulfill you.
Yes.
The food should be to nourish you. And if you have one that isn't part of your plan, it's okay. Then keep going. Start over the next meal. Make sure you have nutrient-dense foods the rest of the day. And so
it
never
is
a punishment.
Right. Well, and it's really feeling connected to your body and understanding what your body needs. And walk us through some basic strength training. I'm going to let you do the demonstrating so viewers at home get the example of how it's done right. I do some strength training here and there. I have been better in the past, but it's a goal for me to get better. So where do you start? You can have 2 10-pound weights.
You can have nothing at all. You can work out at home. You can have no equipment. You can have fancy machines, but it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
And so keeping it simple, especially to start off with, very simple would be a squat, a hinge, a push, and a pull.
Okay.
There you go. I mean, it can be that simple.
Gets your heart going too.
And so like with your squats, you can have a weight or no weight, and you just sit back kind of like you're sitting on a toilet.
And we all know how to do that, right?
We all know how to do that, and we know what happens if you don't sit back. So there's that.
We have a mess then. You also, your back, you keep it very straight so you're not like hunching it.
My back should be parallel with my shins.
There we go. Yeah. And the lower you go, the better.
For some people it's problematic, and do what feels best for you.
Okay.
If you have limitations, that's okay. For some people, it's as much as sitting tiny on a box or on a chair and sitting down and standing up. That's what we talked about earlier. So it doesn't have to be far or deep. Just start with the movement.
Something. I do struggle with back pain here and there. It's very affected by stress, but then it's also just affected by sitting at a desk. I know so many of us sit all day, and then you go home and you sit on the couch, you watch TV, you know, like unless you have a dog or kids that need to get outside, it's so easy to neglect our muscles.
Yes, and that's what strength training does. And so there's like so many more benefits besides just the aesthetics of it, or, I mean, you talk about pain relief, and you talk about, we talked about hormones earlier and how it affects women's bodies by blood sugar regulation and even cortisol. I mean, I'm sure you don't know any women with stress.
Oh, not at all.
So
no, life is so easy. Will you show us just a few more moves?
Yes.
So people at home can take note of this.
So
and
another
follow
one
you.
would be a hinge, and so in other words, a deadlift. So driving your hips back and forth, and so we think of this as more a horizontal movement instead of a squat is up and down. A hinge would go back and forth.
And you're getting that full body movement.
Lower body,
That's really nice.
Lots of lower body, lots of core. If we were to do upper body, we could talk about push and pull, and we want a good balance. And so something like a push-up where you'd be in that high plank position.
The plank.
Come all the way down.
And this does activate all muscles.
It does. It's such a great anterior chain workout, and easily modified. And so, like if you go on your knees, you can modify it here and go down.
That will be me.
Or my mom, we change it up, and she does them on her dresser, and then she moved to the floor, and then she moved to her feet.
Progress.
And so it's so fun and motivating when you see those changes.
You are fun and motivating. This was a very
much.
refreshing conversation that can kind of be like beating a dead horse, especially when resolutions, you know, kind of give out.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
this was super helpful.
I enjoy it. Thanks for that.
And you're a part of progress with changing how we see our bodies and food and working out. So
I hope so.
yeah,
Thank you.
Cheers to health.